How's it going, YouTube? This is CJ Martinez, also known as the Ceeej or the Ceejnator, and I'm here to give you my first time-lapse video for a series in which I'm going to have on my YouTube channel. So, just to walk you through what I'm doing, it's time-lapse. I'm painting, and I paint in a very different way. I'm not one to sketch out my paintings beforehand. I'm usually one to just start with a blank canvas and go right at it. I find it easier to just clear your head, not think too much, because paint can't always be painted over. So in this case, I'm just starting with the background, which is obviously going to be a doorway. If you saw the intro image, it's Leatherface, and he's just in the doorway with the chainsaw. So I'm going to start with a very, getting all the light sources right in the background, the slight little details. I think there's like a vase behind him, as well as like a little skull hanging on the wall right behind his chainsaw. So I wanted to just capture all those little details in the background. Not as much, since Leatherface will be pretty much the highlight of this. And as you can see, my first phase is always going to be the background, and I'm fully focused on just trying to get that down. I'll turn the light on, turn the light off, just to kind of see where the glow-in-the-dark paint is laying pretty well. It's still kind of daylight, so it's kind of hard for me to tell at the moment, but it's gradually getting darker since I work in the evening. Other than that, the second phase would be actually painting Leatherface. And that happens about like 2 minutes into the video. And I usually just go right at it. I start with like some black and just start briefly laying where I would have him just on the image, and slowly just defining him. It's almost like sculpting, but with paint, but not really putting a lot of paint on there. You want to start with a little bit of paint, then just gradually add a little bit more as you progress. Other than that, the third phase is where I just kind of sharpen the image a little bit more. Try and make sure any of the glow-in-the-dark paint that's in the background doesn't bleed through Leatherface where I don't want it to. And then the fourth phase in which I tap into is the glow-in-the-dark and UV part on Leatherface himself. So you'll see later on in this video that I will have Leatherface with like absolutely no glow-in-the-dark paint on him, and the background's all glowing. And what I want to do is make Leatherface really bright, really pop in the image, not really blend in with the background too much. And you'll see what I mean later on. At the end of this video, I will have some stills of the finished product in all three views. Obviously, there will be the normal view, the blacklight UV view, and then the glow-in-the-dark view. All three of these images can also be viewed on my Instagram at Ceejnator, which is also displayed on the video the entire time. And this painting will be available on sometime next week on horrorgasmsd.com for their Summer Slashers art exhibit, along with many other San Diego based artists. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out my Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, send me a message. I'm very open, very laid back. I enjoy painting, and I enjoy just showing what I do. And as for right now, I will let you go ahead and just enjoy me painting and have you listen to some tunes in which I just decided to make on my phone. And hopefully they sound decent. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.